This is Troy's News and Reviews. Today we've got the truth behind St. Patrick's Day celebration in America. Surprise discovery in St. Augustine. It was certainly a surprise. It did not register the first time I saw the name San Patricio. San Patricio. The Spanish name for St. Patrick. After a few seconds, it actually hit me that there was a St. Patrick's Day parade procession in St. Augustine in 1601. J. Michael Francis. Irish culture will soon be celebrated across the globe with parades, pub crawls, and seas of green. But newly uncovered documents prove, unlike previous beliefs, St. Patrick's Day celebrations did not start in Boston. Rather, at least 100 years earlier in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, on this image you see right here is a gun expenditure logs from 1600 and 1601, indicating a St. Patrick's Day celebration in St. Augustine, Florida. Credit AGI Contaduria 950 VIA USF.edu. The serious discovery comes from a rather unlikely source. Gunpowder expenditures lists from St. Augustine from the years 1600 to 1601, while cannons and other artillery were often fired to help guide ships safely across St. Augustine's protective sandbar. They were also shot off during times of public celebrations and religious festivities. A single entry from March 1600 states St. Augustine residents gathered together and processed through the streets through the streets in honor of the feast day of San Patricio, or St. Patrick's. As they made their way through the town, cannons fired from the wooden fort in celebration of the Irish saint. It was certainly a surprise, said historian J. Michael Francis, Ph.D., University of South Florida State, Pittsburgh, who uncovered the document. It did not register the first time I saw the name San Patricio, the Spanish name for St. Patrick. After a few seconds, it actually hit me that there was a St. Patrick's Day parade procession in St. Augustine in 1601. Even more surprising was that the document identified St. Patrick as the patron saint of the city's maize fields. Dr. Francis discovered the records while exploring St. Augustine's long Spanish imperial history. Over the past several decades, Dr. Francis has examined thousands of documents housed in Spain's Archivo General de Indias, AGI, one of the world's most important historical archives, classified as a World Heritage Site. The archive also includes information about Richard Arthur, the Irish priest who likely introduced the devotion to St. Patrick. When Arthur disappears from the historical record in 1604, so do the reference to St. Patrick. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is some information that we all want to dig hard and dig deep, because we all want to know what St. Patrick's Day is all about. You got green, you got all this stuff here. But according to this stories, what we hear is that it was actually in an earlier date, 1600s, when they actually indicated what this was all about. I mean, the gunpowder, the explosion of the cannons to make way. The sources that they come up with in the archives, they go back. As we get older in time, we tend to find out more things about our cultures and what we're about. We don't all just, but it's like a rumor that's been going on from time and time and time. So now that we finally understand what's really going on now, because you really got people digging deep and finding out more information about our history. And then when they gather all this information, they come out, if they got all the facts and it's there, then they come out and they explain to you about all of this. Now you can get in contact or get more into detail on this story by going to University of South Florida. Their site basically states about the truth behind St. Patrick's Day celebration in America. It's a surprise discovery in St. Augustine. So that right there would be something for all you people that like St. Patrick's Day or celebrate it. It's a little something you can know about or get familiarized with. Just go check out University of South Florida's website and find out more detail of what that is. In Jesus' name.